What is good, internet? Tunde again from Ceasar Graphics. Welcome to my channel and welcome to my weekly design training for creatives. All right, today we're going to be focusing on how to achieve a party poster. So I'm going to be sharing tricks and tips on how to achieve a good party poster. I'm sure you guys are going to enjoy this, so keep watching. I received 4 designs from my team during the week. So I decided to pick this design because I noticed most of the designs I critique is always church projects. I don't want us to continue with just church designs. All right. I know you guys have some designs that you do that is outside church project. This project here is beautiful. All right. The composition is nice. And, you know, I can see that excitement on the project. Okay. Yeah. So, and also I noticed the use of analog color harmony on the project, which is one of the, the things you need to check whenever you're working on party poster. All right. I'm still going to get to that. All right. So before I, share the tricks and tips. All right. I want to quickly say what I noticed is not working on this project. This side here of this project here is very successful, but this side here is somehow, and I'll tell you guys why. All right. Now you see, visibility is very important in graphic design, and why this is very important is because we have some people who are very lazy with reading. All right. And our job as creatives is to not make our design point at only the people that love to read. It should be for people that read and people that don't like reading. Okay, so visibility is very important. What I noticed that this designer need to work on, I hope this designer is looking at me because what I'm about to share now is going to help him or her. Now, there's a strategic way of using type. All right, there are some type that you don't use for small type, for small lengthy text. Display type most time is not always good for lengthy text. In fact, it's not even mostly. Avoid using display type for lengthy text. When I say display type, I'm talking of type that looks stretchy like this. All right, they are not always nice for using them on lengthy text because it's going to affect the visibility of the text. All right, I hope somebody catch that, and I know some of you don't know that, so please make sure you watch out for it whenever you're working on your project. And I'm sure you all can agree with me that the information here is hard to read, and this here also is totally off. All right, so whenever you're working on design project, please, visibility is very important. There are some type that you are not supposed to use for lengthy text. Display type is one of them. So don't use display type for lengthy text or small text. And then the other thing I noticed this designer did not do well is the too much of flushing left and right on the artwork. And the part that I noticed that I didn't do well on the flushing left and right is still this side here. All right, still this side. You see, the flushing of left and right is also part of how we create contrast in graphic design. When we use the flush left, right, center too much on our project, we are going to make the artwork loaded with too much contrast. And in graphic design, too much of the design principles is going to dull your projects. Okay, so you need to be careful with the way you do your arranging of content. All right. If you want to create contrast with the flushing left or the alignment of your content, do more of flushing left and make the important information flush right. Or you do more of flushing right and then make just only the important information flush left. You can do more of flush right and then make just the important information be at the center. So when people see that the information you place on the project, everything on the project is facing the same direction, and they see one of the elements or the content facing another direction, it makes them want to look at it. And if you can work that way, you've achieved contrast like that. So I hope somebody get that. All right. So I'm going to stop here on this and I'll go straight to the things to consider whenever you're working on design projects. Now, the first thing, all right, you need to make sure you make available whenever you're working on your party poster artwork is color. All right. Color. The use of color is very important. All right. Now, see, guys, I know so many of you already know that color is very important in graphic design, but the strategic way of using it is what so many of us lack. Now, when it comes to party poster, all right, you need, there's the way you combine the color. Now, the type of clients, all right, the type of the target audience matters where the use of color is concerned. And that's why before you work on any party poster, you need to know who are the target audience. Is the project for everybody, both young and old? Is it just for VIPs, like people, like executives? Is the artwork for both executive and the ordinary people? If it's for the VIP, you know you're supposed to use less color. In fact, if the artwork is for VIP, do not use more than 2 colors. All right, do not use more than 2 colors. But if the artwork is for both the VIP and the regular people, then you can now start playing with 3 or 2 colors here. Don't go beyond 3. Make sure that you need to add one warm color. All right, warm color must be available on your party project. Now, why warm color is very important in party poster project is because warm color are colors that depict fun. They are colors that give life to projects. I know so many of us always fight with whenever we work on church, whenever we work on, why am I saying church? Whenever we work on party project, we still have that feeling like something is not working. All right. We still feel like there should still be more. One of the reasons why we always feel that way is the not using the right color. So when I say one color, for those of you that don't understand me, I'm going to split the color wheel to half now. All right. So this side, colors on this side here are warm colors, while these here are cool colors. So this color, one of these colors here, all right, must be present on your project. In fact, there are times where you can even use colors that are next to each other on the warm color side on the color wheel. It will still fly. And there are times when you need to combine the colors from here to this. All right. Do not do this side here if you are designing a party poster that you want to really create that fun. Do not do this, just this. Do not use colors from this side. And that's why whenever I'm working on, the color of, I'm talking to my Nigerian people here now. I'm sure so many of you know the color of the Nigerian flag. It's green, white, green. So during the Independence Day, if I'm most of the time I'm asked to work on Independence party artwork, I don't stick to just this green here because the green itself, in fact, green most time does not give life to party projects. It doesn't. I see so many designers use green in their party artwork, or let's say church party or Thanksgiving artwork. Green is not color. It's not a color that always give that happy feel. All right. So what I do most of the time is to use colors, all right, is to steal from this color and add to this. So if I use this and add to this, it gives the project life. And that's what I do. Okay. So warm color is very important. Warm color is very important whenever you're working on party poster. All right. Now, the next, there's still more I can share on this. All right. But because of time, I'm going to make this short. Pardon me. Okay. Yeah. So the next, thing you need to watch out for is the layout. All right. The layout. Now, when it comes to party project, okay, The use of type, all right, is very important. And I'm still going to go back to what I said in the beginning, that the type of clients, all right, the people, the target audience is very important where the use of type is also concerned. All right. If you're designing a party artwork for old people, all right, people between the age of 60, 50, the type of type you use for those type of people should not look like the type you use for people between the age of 30, 20, and like that. All right. So you need to watch out. Okay, who are the target audience? These are this is what's going to inspire the type of type to use. When it comes to designing party poster for people between the age of 40-year-old down, display type is always good. But when it's 40 up, then you know you're supposed to use sans type, or you can even use modern type for those type of people. But if the artwork is for VIPs, the type of type you're to use is modern type. All right, use modern type for them. There's some display type that you can use for VIP. All right, but how you will know the right type to use is when you notice that the type did not carry too much effect. It looks simple. Simple type are always good for VIP people. Then yeah, so that's for the type. Then for the arranging of the elements, if the artwork is for people between the age of 40 down, you can change the orientation of the angle of the elements and just play with them, skew them, and it will work. But if it's for people between the age of 40 up, please just make it straight, because these people, so many of them, they use glasses, and there's a way some of them define designs that when they see you play too much, they tell you, what kind of project is this? Am I a small child that you are doing this type of project for me? So know the type of people you're working for before you start work on the project. And like I said on the artwork, where the use of type is concerned, there are some type you are not supposed to use for lengthy text. The fact that you use the type on the title does not mean you should now repeat it when you're putting the venue or you're trying to write the contact details. All right. And that's why, as designers, we have the freedom to use at least 3 fonts on our projects. So if you use a type on the title, which is another way you can even create contrast. If you use a type on the title and you don't repeat that type again on the project, like the other information on the project, that's another way you create contrast. The fact that you use the type on the title does not mean you must repeat it throughout the project. Now, there are times you can do that, but for visibility's sake, please check if the type looks visible, like it's easy to read when you are putting it on lengthy text. All right. Now, there are several ways we create that font. The part of placing images on our project is also how we create that font on our project. All right. When it comes to party poster, all right, making your images share the same size is going to dull the project. But when you make them have their separate sizes, like you place them in their different sizes, it makes the project look dynamic and more engaging, more interesting. Okay, so the placing of images is very important in party posters. Don't make them don't make their sizes uniform. And then the other thing I noticed that so many of us don't really get when designing party poster is the color grading parts. You see, the use of color in graphic design should be used the way we limit the use of fonts. The color on the outfit of your subjects or the character used on the project is also part of the project. And that's why you notice that people that design movie posters, some of you might, I'm sure some of you did not notice, you have not noticed this. That's why you notice when they design movie posters, if the actors or the actress outfit, if the color on the actress or the actor outfit is different from the color on the background, there's a way they blend the color that when they place the image, it will still blend with the background. So the color on your subject matters. So what you need to do whenever you are designing a party poster is see how you can balance the color on your subject or your characters. The color on their faces must be uniform. One person must not have blue on her face and the other person having red. The other one is looking purple and the one is looking black and white. No. If one picture on your party poster artwork is black and white, make every other picture on the artwork black and white. That's how to do it. Don't say, that's what the client sent to me. I told the client to send me pictures and they gave me this black and white, so that's how I'm going to use it. No. There are times you need to educate your client. You need to tell them, see, if I use this black and white, it's going to affect the layout. If this picture is black and white and every other person is colored, it's going to create that impression that there's something wrong with that person. I'm talking of the person with the black and white picture. Is that it's going to make people think is the host, or it's going to make people think there's a special thing is coming there to do. All right, like something that is different from every other people on the artwork. And that's why, I always say this to you guys, that we inform people with design. We tell story with design. So the way we play with our elements, all right, the way we play with the elements on our project matters. And that's why when you're working on design projects, take your time to see, okay, what can I take out from this project to make it balanced and not change the message? Or what can I add to it to make my message clear? Don't just jump to your PC when you receive the brief or you saw a design from someone and then you copy everything on the design and add it to your project. No, every move you make on your project must have a reason behind it. Okay, I'm going to stop here on this. And if I see another party poster at work and I notice I didn't mention what did not make the artwork successful, I'll do my best to do this again for you guys. All right, I'm sure you learned something from this video. If you have not subscribed, remember to hit the subscribe button and don't forget to click the post notification bell so you get notified when I post my tutorials. If you love this video, give it a thumbs up. And if there's anything you learned from this tutorial, kindly drop a message in the comment section. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.